Hello.
Hello there.
Right, we are Don't Break the Oath podcast, and we are based in a little town called Grimsby, which is in England, for those who don't
Lincolnshire.
know. And if you don't know, I suggest you don't come on a holiday, because it's pretty...
It's grim.
Yeah.
That's why it's called
Grimsby, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But essentially what we do is a paranormal podcast. And again, we mix sort of interviews with... Mostly we do topics, but we do the odd interview here and there. So if you're into the paranormal, then you've come to the right place. If you come and listen to our show. So we just thought we'd just go into a couple of local stories, nothing to write home about essentially, but just the little things that happen in this area. Now the area we particularly live in is called Lincolnshire, and it's become known as the Lincolnshire Triangle because there's a lot of UFO activity that seems to go on around here.
Yep.
And to that end, we thought we'd just tell you a couple of stories. So the first story that I'm going to give you is quite an interesting one, actually. And most people will be familiar with wind turbine energy farms now. They're throughout the world, throughout everywhere, aren't they? So most people know what we're talking about here. Well, this happened in 2009 in a place just up the road called Coningsholme. And the story goes like this. UFO damages wind farm in Coningsholme, 2009. Mysterious damage inflicted upon a wind farm turbine gripped the nation in 2009. The turbine at Coningsholme lost one of its 66 feet or 20 metre blade, and another was badly damaged in the early hours of January 4th. UFO enthusiasts claim that the damage was caused by a mysterious craft. County councillor for the area, Robert Palmer, said he had seen, and this is a direct quote, a round white light that had seemed to be hovering over the site. Ecotricity, which owned the site, said the extent of the damage was unique. Founder Dale Vince told the BBC, "We have been crawling over it and have sent bits off for analysis to see if we can work out what caused it. Until we have some idea, some plausible explanation, that it was not a UFO, I don't think we should rule it out." And that's the guy who wears this thing.
Yeah.
He added, "To make one of those blades fall off or to bend it," and I suppose I should mention to people, I mean, if you can see pictures of this, it was absolutely it was like almost concertina, wasn't it? It was crushed. And, like what they say, 20 metre long blade. It's a big chunk of metal.
Yeah.
To make one of those blades fall off or to bend it takes a lot. Dozens of witnesses reported seeing flashing orange-coloured lights following the incident, and a range of theories emerged in the national media. Manufacturer Enercon later released a report suggesting the £1 million turbine had suffered mechanical failure, causing one of its 65 feet blades to break off.
Yeah,
likely story.
Yeah. Right, my one is the headlines here was pilot disappears after making contact with UFO over North Sea. It's in 1970. Right, American exchange pilot Captain William Schaffner disappeared after allegedly making visual contact with a UFO while flying a Lightning F-6 jet over the North Sea. Right, legend has it that the aircraft was found on the seabed with its canopy closed and pilot seat empty. According to one version of events, Captain Schaffner had joined an airborne investigation into a unidentified aircraft which was travelling at speeds of around, get this, 17,000 miles per hour. Right. Between the Shetland Islands and Norway. When Captain Schaffner, using the call sign Foxtrot 94, reached the object, it was alleged he saw a conical shape surrounded by light with a separate spherical glass-like object nearby. The radar signals of the two objects then merged into one, hovering motionless over the sea, before one sped away at more than 20,000 miles per hour. But the Ministry of Defence later said Captain Schaffner was taking part in a tactical evaluation exercise on the night he disappeared. The UFO was, in fact, a slow-moving RAF Shackleton, which was sent to Shadow. The MOD claims Captain Schaffner flew dangerously low below the Shackleton and the aircraft hit the sea. It said after hitting the sea, Captain Schaffner opened the canopy manually to escape the sinking aircraft. However, he became separated from his emergency life support equipment and was lost at sea. The canopy closed as the hydraulic pressure decayed while the aircraft was sinking. This, the MOD claims, explains the mystery of the closed canopy.
No, I just can't see that happening.
That's
a canopy closing.
No,
at the bottom of the sea.
No, that's that's impossible to.
I would say so. I mean,
the pressure.
Hydraulics are powerful, but
no, not you can't go against the pressure.
And this was an experienced pilot managed to fly into the sea.
It's called.
And then you don't. Then how did they explain the 20,000-mile-an-hour movement on radar and stuff like that? Anyway, that's just two stories. But here's another. The last one we'll give you is just a little quick one here. And it was a UFO scared off by RAF aircraft in Cleethorpes, and this happened in 1956, September 1956 to be precise. The RAF station of Manby logged and observed through a telescope and radar an 80-foot in diameter UFO hovering at 54,000 feet over Cleethorpes. The spherical glass-like object was visible for more than an hour and disappeared only when it was approached by RAF aircraft. Again, how common
it wasn't there just for an ice cream, was it?
No.
I mean, he wasn't there for a stick of rock.
And they could see, it's on radar. They can see it with their own eyes, with the aid of a telescope, obviously. But you can see it. So, anyway, that's just stories from around here. So, if you like what you heard today, then come and have a listen to.
If you've got your stories for us, just come on, let us know. Come
and have a listen to Don't Break the Oath podcast, and we'll be glad to say hello. Thanks, guys, and. Thank you to everybody at Strange Maz Podcast. Stay true.